When you look at gaming now, there's a genre that is fading away. There's a genre that is being made less. And there is a genre that is dying. And it's no other than the stealth genre. Ever since 2020, I haven't seen a stealth-focused game announced. Not remakes or remasters, just fresh new IP that is entirely based on stealth. And the answer is, I haven't seen any. Now correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I figured out the problem behind this all. As you all know, stealth is a very niche genre, and there are numbered people that are into it. And the problem is that when you play in stealth games, you need patience, you need strategy, and sometimes it doesn't always work. And because you need to study a level and know how to get through it, most gamers don't bother giving it a try once they know that it's a stealth game. And if you are not willing to go through all that, then I'm sorry, but stealth is not for you, because that is what makes stealth special. You wait, you look for opportunities, and then you strike in the shadows. And sometimes you might die multiple times just to figure out something. For one, they allow you to play the way you want. For example, let's look at the hitman games, where you have the freedom to take out your targets anyhow you want, either by poisoning them or causing accidents or just going and shooting them straightforward. You have multiple choices. But stealth is heavily focused because that game is no action game. If you want to go action, you're just gonna die. So when a game presents you with all these options, it becomes overwhelming, and most gamers find it difficult to play these games. And due to all that, I think stealth games tend to sell less copies than other genres. And that is something that doesn't favor these game companies. And they're not willing to take risks, because sometimes you might publish a game and nobody likes it. For example, let's look at Ubisoft. They abandoned the Splinter Cell games ever since 2013 or 14 when they published Blacklist. Ever since, no Splinter Cell game has been made, and the fans are craving for it. And truth be told, Splinter Cell was the best stealth game that Ubisoft ever created. Yes, you might bring in Assassin's Creed, but Splinter Cell was heavily stealth focused, so it's a better stealth game than Assassin's Creed, and I stand by that. Assassin's Creed was not as deep as Splinter Cell, where you have to use your shadows, where you have to use all these gadgets to take down enemies. Yes, you can say that Assassin's Creed Shadows has introduced all this, but it was way in Splinter Cell Chaos Theory and then brought to other games as well. Most games releasing today do not possess basic stealth features. All they have is basic level stealth, where nothing is too deep. Everything is just surface level stealth, which is not bad for some gamers, but for extremists, it is very shallow. Because when creating a stealth game, you need to make sure that your enemy AI is as smart as possible. Kinda like the Metal Gear series. Those enemies on hard level, they were just smarter than even humans. Even the Batman Arkham series has deep level of stealth. If you play those games, you know what I mean. Yes, it was entirely action focused, but there were parts that you need to use stealth, and without stealth, you just get killed with one shot. Coming to think of it, the only stealth focused game that released in the modern era was Star Wars Outlaws, and yes, you know how that game ended up. Everybody hated on it, and yes, you can argue that the game had its issues, too many bugs, and the story was mid at best. Plus the poor voice acting. You can go on and go on and go on about what's wrong with that game. But this just tells you how stealth is dying as a genre. Because everybody was complaining that when you spot it, you lose the mission immediately. And yes, that's a problem, but if you look at it, it's kind of cool to me. And yeah, it is not fun to play a level and go to the end and then somebody spots you and then you lose your whole progress. It is very difficult. But as a stealth extremist, I feel like that's a very good feature. And in the era of live service games, shooting games, overall just chaotic games dropping, I think a stealth focused game would just bomb. But I really want to see a stealth game released because I have so much fun playing these games. If you like the video, a like and subscribe would make my day. And without wasting much of your time, I take my leave.